Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, a while ago I did a video about 5 of my favourite photo books, and since then my collection has definitely grown somewhat. So we're back with another 5 photo books that will hopefully inspire you as much as they've inspired me. So I'm going to start with the newest addition to my ever-growing collection, which is this, 40 Farms by Amy Bateman. So Amy spent 12 months documenting, as you might imagine, 40 farms in and around the Lake District in Cumbria. She spoke to the farmers about how the pandemic, Brexit, and the ever-changing landscape have had an impact on them, whilst capturing some truly stunning photographs. These are, without a shadow of a doubt, some of my favourite photojournalistic images I've ever seen. With Amy coming from a farming background herself, she's well placed to have those frank and honest conversations and capture the images to accompany these. It's the newest photo book of mine, but I highly recommend going and picking it up. It's definitely one that you're going to want to look at again and again, and also it just looks beautiful on the shelf as well. Next up is Essential Gaudi by John Gill. Now this is an older book from around 2001, which was gifted to me by my mother-in-law, who's a librarian. It's over 250 pages documenting the work of renowned sculptor, architect and artist Antoni Gaudi. Now for me personally, having visited Barcelona and seen so much of his work in person, including the incredible Sagrada Familia, this book is incredibly inspiring, highlighting how innovation and creativity can really influence both function and form, and it really prompts me to push myself out of my comfort zone. There are literally hundreds of images along with information about each, rather than being specifically a biography about Gaudi. It's more about documenting his life's work. Collab by Elizabeth Semmelhack. So this was a gift from my wife, which combines 2 of my passions, sneakers, or trainers if you're normal in the UK, and photography. It's a celebration of many of the most famous collaborations over the years between shoe companies and some of the biggest designers, artists and athletes in the world, along with interviews with many of them. As well as being something which interests me anyway, it has a great combination of product shots, environmental portraits from the interviews, along with designs and marketing shots, all of which add up to a fantastic source of inspiration. Pop Art by Martina Angelotti. So this is another ex-library book gifted to me by my mother-in-law. This incredible book by Martina Angelotti explores one of the most unique periods in art history. It features almost 200 artworks from masters of the period such as David Hockney, Roy Lichtenstein, and of course the ubiquitous Andy Warhol. I'm not sure that I can even describe the way in which this inspires me, but all I know is as I leaf through the 250 or so pages, it really gets the creative juices flowing as you're literally overwhelmed by the unapologetic artistry you're faced with. Painting, printing, pencils and photographs, there's no medium left untouched, and the accompanying text gives fantastic insight into a period that came way before I picked up a camera. Shoot in the Darkness, multiple contributors. Finally, this is alongside Peter Lindbergh's On Fashion Photography as 2 of my favourite photo books of all time, but for completely different reasons. Now, a word of warning before I put any images on the screen, some of the images from this book may upset you. Shoot in the Darkness is a collection of mainly black and white images with some colour ones, taken during the Troubles in Northern Ireland by press photographers, along with some very frank conversations with the 7 contributors discussing their experience from those truly traumatic times. Photojournalism can be a difficult job, but to capture images like those in this book is inspiring in itself without taking into account the images themselves. The images are, in context, incredible, and they truly capture the brutality of war. It was a gift from my parents who knew that I would appreciate it, and it's a book that I can come back to time and time again. I definitely recommend checking out Shoot in the Darkness. And there we have it, another 5 photo books that inspire me in completely different ways. My collection is definitely growing by the week at the moment, but I love looking at these to inspire me and to push me out of my comfort zone, to make me be more creative and, like I said before, get those creative juices flowing. I'd love to know your thoughts. What are your favourite photo books? Have you read or do you own any of the books in this video or the previous video? But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.